Observatory. In this video, we are going to see what makes Oumuamua different from other observations made by a scientist. Okay, Oumuamua first, our interstellar visitor. It is not the first, but it is a interstellar visitor. Okay, let's break down what is Oumuamua. Oumuamua was first identified by a telescope based on Hawaii, and it was observed for 4 weeks by scientists. And from their observations, they were able to predict that it is an interstellar object which passed through our entire solar system. So what is interstellar? Interstellar is something which is outside our solar system. If it is within our solar system, we call it interplanetary. And this object is not from our solar system, which makes it interstellar. So there may be a common question: Is it the first interstellar object to visit our solar system? No, it is the first one to be detected. Due to the recent advancements in technology, space telescopes, and Earth-based observatories, and networks by NASA, we have a lot of ground-based telescopes which are capable of identifying and locating these kind of objects with precision. Okay, let's break down what are the basic things we know about Oumuamua. Oumuamua is estimated to be like within 100 meters to 1000 meters in length, so which is far roughly within a kilometer of length. So it is considerably very small for a space object to be visible from Earth at approximately more than 100,000 kilometers away when it came closer to Earth. Next one is the movement of the object. It is having a kind of tumbling motion, which is rotating about its own axis in a tumbling manner. Like it is something unique compared to all of our heavenly objects we might have encountered, observed so far. So that is some kind of like it makes it really fascinating to have discovered this object. Okay, so in this image you can see like it is an artistic depiction of how Oumuamua might look. It is not an actual image. It is just an approximate guess of how Oumuamua might look from the observations made. And you can see like it is having an elongated shape, which is roughly odd for any object in our solar system or whatever we have observed, like meteorites, comets, asteroids, to have this kind of odd shape. Even other heavenly planets and moons doesn't have this shape. So it is kind of unique shape, elongated shape. And also you can see like the surface reflective, shiny. So this is the only key factor which made Oumuamua visible to us, because when it came closer to the sun, it was able to reflect a lot of light from the sun. So unless and until if it hadn't reflected any light, we wouldn't have noticed such a small object from a distance which is very far from Earth. Comparatively, which is nearer to Earth, but compared to the size of the object, it might be very dim to identify the object. Okay, then what makes Oumuamua like different? If you want to know more about the basic things about Oumuamua, you can just visit the links in the description below, or you can just watch a TED talk given by the scientist who discovered Oumuamua, like the scientist who observed Oumuamua for the first 4 weeks of time. Okay, is Oumuamua like a recent thing happened? No. Oumuamua was observed first in the month of October in 2017. So why it has gained a lot of traction in the recent time, like within the past few months? Because few people from Harvard made a claim that like Oumuamua might be an extraterrestrial in origin. So is it? So let's break down what are the claims, usual claims so far which we have encountered. Okay, in this usual claims I have given alien spacecraft. Even though it is not backed by any scientific evidence, but it is really fascinating to identify an object as alien spacecraft. So it creates a lot of attention. It seeks a lot of attention to identify this object. So that particularly in alien spacecraft, Harvard scientists, like few Harvard scientists or professors, came up with an idea like it is a solar cell, like a spacecraft which uses sun's energy to travel or light energy to travel to being pushed away. Okay, so it is kind of alien. That is one of the claim. Other claims might include comets, but even though even though if it is a comet, like we would be able to see like trails of gases or ice, water droplets melting from the comet surface. But Oumuamua is kind of it doesn't give any trail which we can identify. Apart from that, other claims include like debris from other star system. As I already told, Oumuamua is an interstellar object. What they're saying is like when a star system exploded, parts of the planet or even the star itself might have been exploded, and it might have given away from the star system, and it is traveling through all the throughout the galaxy maybe. So other claims which is very hard, like those are not interesting. But these two claims, first two claims are comparatively debated by most of the people in scientific community as well as like common people. Okay, so why an alien spacecraft? Okay, so these claims are made from an usual perspective of human beings. Okay, consider consider myself or consider yourself being an alien. So if you're sending a spacecraft like Oumuamua, so why would you send it? Like what will the mission you will give to Oumuamua to accomplish? Okay, why you have sent to Oumuamua? What information it can gather like while passing through a solar system like us, and what it will it accomplish? From a perspective of an alien, like from a perspective of an extraterrestrial intelligence. So consider we have identified a solar system which has a possibility to harbor life. So there are two things that might interest us at first. First thing is that the star which is at the center of that solar system. So in our solar system, sun is the star. So it might be a first thing of interest. Second thing is that a planet which might harbor life. So planet which is at a suitable distance and which has suitable elements that can harbor life. So these two things might be of our interest when we identify another solar system which has a possibility of life. So does whether Oumuamua was able to gather or was able to will it be able to gather information about these two things? Let's see the path through which Oumuamua traveled. So this is an animation which is taken from Wikipedia, and you can see like the path which Oumuamua is traveling through our solar system. So in this image, you can see like Oumuamua is coming at an angle perpendicular to the plane or nearly perpendicular, not an actual perpendicular, but which is at a certain angle from above the plane of our solar system. As we already know, all the planets in our solar system are revolving around the sun in the same plane, approximately or more or less the same plane. So you can see that Oumuamua is coming from a plane which is above the plane of our planets and the sun. So it is coming on the plane, and you are able to see like it is passing between the Mercury and the sun, orbit of Mercury and the sun. So it means that it is able to get to the sun closer than any other heavenly bodies, like even closer than Mercury. So it was able to pass very close to the sun. And you can see like while you trace the path, you can see like at the same time while it is getting closer to the sun, it was able to make a path which is close to the earth. So as we already discussed, like if we are an intelligent alien, so when we are trying to identify or when we are trying to explore another solar system for a possibility of life, so these are the two objects of interest: sun as well as the earth, the planet which can harbor life. So Oumuamua was able to get closer to these two objects while traveling at a plane which is above our plane of the planets, and it was able to exactly make a curvature or a turn and travel along the plane of our planets, that too very close to the earth than any other heavenly body. So this might show that like Oumuamua had an hidden agenda. It might be a alien spacecraft. So it's just a change of perspective. So these kind of fresh ideas might come, and everyone might be able to explore these kind of happenings in the solar system. But if it is an alien spacecraft, so that might be several questions arised. So like the speed of Oumuamua, the speed at which Oumuamua traveled was comparatively high compared to other heavenly bodies. But when it comes to like the actual distance traveled, it might take several years to cover our solar system, entire solar system. So if it is destined to reach some other extraterrestrial being which is away from Earth, it would take like a lot of years, several years to reach their home planet or something. So is it worth sending an alien probe, no, sending a space probe which would take several years to get back and explore and get back to us? No. We might also think like they might have used some kind of advanced technologies for communication. Like it is like a one-way trip sending an object and it might communicate information back to us like a sounding rocket which we send to study the weather like atmosphere. So there is a neat possibility for any kind of thing happening here. So in these claims you can see like alien spacecraft. This claim has gathered a recent trend on social media as well as YouTube and everywhere. So let's hope like if it is an alien spacecraft and if we have made a first contact, that will be good. And these kind of objects like heavenly objects in future like NASA and every other space agency has begun preparations to identify, track and study these kind of heavenly objects, interstellar objects especially, so that we can learn lot about our universe and how different heavenly bodies, and we can also came to understand the more fabric of our space. So if you like this video, just like, share and subscribe for more videos, and let me see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.